Hey, Ash, your cousin. Now, y'all know I be over here minding my business and I don't bother anybody. And in fact, I believe in allowing people to live their best life until somebody decide they want to come to YouTube and talk nonsense. So I just have a few things to say. So first off, I'm just getting home from the gym, trying to take care of this body and fresh out the shower. And I want y'all to pay attention to how I have no makeup, no lashes, no nails, and I'm still a woman. Okay. But on to what I was talking about. But I have a serious issue when I come to this YouTube and I see two males riding down the street in a Jeep talking about how women should look, what they should do to their bodies, and how a trans woman who's imitating women going to tell women that we look like no, hold on, let me be correct. Most of us look like trans women, okay? And how these two males is going to tell us what we should do to our bodies, whether or not we should have plastic surgery or not. I don't care how many titties you put on your chest. You cannot take the misogyny out of a male, okay? Now, I will share with you guys, and I've already shared. So, us three all have something in common besides being black. So, we all are on hormone replacement therapy. So, y'all already know that Marcus, he's taking testosterone. Well, I too am on testosterone. And in fact, I have more testosterone running through my system than estrogen. And I will tell you this. Oh, and let me tell you this. I have the same amount of testosterone running through my body as a grown-ass man, because when they injected it, it just started tripling and tripling. And now I have more testosterone running through my body as a grown-ass man. But one thing you will never change is whether God blessed you to be a man or a woman. Regardless of how much testosterone is in my body, every cell in my body has estrogen in it, has marked me to being a woman. So I don't care, like I said, how many titties you put on your chest, how many lashes you wear, how many nails you get done, or how much weave you put in your hair and constantly just, you know what you are, okay? So don't ever come to this internet telling women how we should look, okay? And I know old Father Time ain't over there talking about what women should or shouldn't do to their bodies. Maybe they titties. Nobody's sitting up here really telling you that you need to be dyeing your hair, or maybe you need to get your face reconstructed. Are we all saying that? Well, maybe a few, but ain't nobody came, from my knowledge, have said that time is not on your side, sir. Anyway, so she went on to pop her big one and talked about how she went on all these dates with all these men. And they tell her how she looked better than their baby mamas. Girl, that is not a compliment. Those men wanted sex from you. A man will tell you any and everything to get in between your legs. Okay, what are you bragging for? But the real question is, when you over there telling us about how we need to get, our hair needs to be did and we need nails and lashes, what do you look like without those things on? I'm guessing you look like a boy or a man. That's what I'm guessing. But you see, even without those things, it's giving woman. Even with testosterone running through my body, it's giving woman, because God created me this way. And then basically, it also amazes me how it's always, look, that child got me all up in my hair. I don't even do that. What is that? Is that a nervous problem? Is that something that you saw women when you was a child doing or something, and you just think, oh, this is what a woman do, let me imitate this? Like a sociopath, yeah, a woman do this. A woman get nails done. A woman get her hair done. Like a sociopath, you just copy what we do, okay? And then, it's always male, a trans, that's telling us how we need to be all pleasant and be cooking and shit for some man. Child, you get what you can get, okay? Because you ain't told us or showed us anything worth bragging about. You was willing to sleep with Polo, so you can take whatever there is to offer. And then she went on and said if she is walking down the street and your man passed by, he is taken. I swear, trans people, they just love to sexualize every single thing. They got the secret formula. He's taken, right? The only, you know what, there are some attractive trans, but it amazes me how often so many men seem to be so fooled by it all. Yes, some may not have necessarily the big hands, the tall bodies, but one thing I want y'all to pay attention to, and you could definitely tell when it comes to Kash, the male and female skeleton is different. Pay attention to the transition from the skull to the shoulders and how wide men's shoulders are. They also are often very lifted. There's also usually not much space in between the skull and the shoulders. And the neck tends to be a little bit wide. Yeah. It's giving male to me. But I would not have came to this YouTube. And she not decided to pop her big one. But one more thing before I go. Girl, you are all this and a bag of chips, and you are telling us how we should look and what we should do to our bodies. Were you part of the No Child Left Behind when they were just skipping children on to the next grade? Did you graduate from high school? I'm just asking. I don't know about you guys, but when I was so concerned as a child about my hair, my clothing, you know, like listening to certain music, my mother was like, don't be worried about all that until you get to them books. So she was more so focused on her hair, her lashes, and her makeup. But she talks as if she never picked up a book. Honey, if you're going to be the complete package, at least be someone that a decent man will want to listen to. Now, you could come for me all you want, and the fight won't be fair. You know, you would be coming for a female, but come for me for all you want. But just don't be coming to this YouTube telling women what they should or shouldn't be doing and how we look like trannies, basically telling us how we all look like men's. Okay, ciao.